Is this the villages?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they have no maps. They're simple villages.
They have no map. I mean, but the thing is that even certain villages would keep a certain. Oh well, whatever.
The map was in the barn that didn't get transferred over.
Damn.
It's in the village elder's house. He's not here.
Looking at the current map that we have right now, it's got our original campsite, and to the right that cave popped up, and then to the left of our deal this village popped up. So either I don't know if it shows which way it's going to go, but
can anyone potentially read Gnomish?
We do have one person who can, and he's currently asleep and tied up.
I have comprehend languages as a ritual, so if enough words are written down...
Don't we have those 2 crossbowmen?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, you got 3 people tied up.
Why don't we take a rest and interrogate the captain? I think that's probably our next best information gathering step.
Can I interrogate it?
Let's help the villagers move all of their remaining possessions onto the ship first.
So,
we'll take only what they need. We don't need to be weighed down too much.
Yeah, there's no point taking cooking stoves or anything like that. So,
can I roll a heal check on the captain?
Barbecues.
Yeah.
Just stabilize the captain, make sure he's not going to, die of internal bleeding or something like that.
No, you can do that, but there's no real point.
You merely got knocked unconscious by a mace. I'm sure no lasting damage was done.
Me think good now.
We beat his head in with sword hilts and maces. I'm sure he'll be fine.
He now thinks he's Jim Lad.
He now thinks Jim Lad was the clever one.
Left side, right.
Yeah.
Oh god. All right. So let's have a conversation with our current prisoners and talk to them then.
Right. So, down in the bilge. What would be the bilge if this was a ship?
Would that be over here or?
Yeah, all the way over there.
Yeah. Do we have an internal map? And I'm just not seeing it.
Yeah, we have a map over there. It's on the other side of it's far on the. Why can't I go over there? For some reason, it won't let me go over to the map.
1 second. Try. That better?
Where am I? Trying to find where I am.
Does it not let you drag between maps?
Yes, that's the thing. Yeah,
Right.
you have to allow me back on the map. I'm huge! I am the biggest dwarf ever!
Oh god. Cybertron is truly sending out its finest. Oh god, there's 2 elves!
The fabric of reality is being manipulated. The place is too unstable.
We've made too many puns. The GM has had enough.
I'm sorry if I'm being a little bit too technical for this. I mean, if you want to keep this more freeform, I can stow the whole physics idea.
Tiny.
Or just make it or just have my dwarf just saying that and just saying like mad ravings of things like physics and scientific method and stuff.
So, okay, if any race is going to be a tech geek race, it's going to be the dwarves.
Or gnomes.
Yeah.
Or me.
The two most goonish races.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Right. So, I'm guessing that toad's disappeared now, hasn't it? Off to wherever toad's disappeared to.
The toad is currently standing guard on the brig.
Just gently chewing.
Gently chewing and looking at them very slowly.
Right, so they're tied up and all conscious and alive now. So, what do you want? What are you going to do with us? Kill all of us?
Well,
we can already do that, but we're not now.
We'll give you an offer that you didn't give us. We're going to have. It seems like we're all, from what we can find out. It seems like we're all here from somewhere else. That means we're all on the same boat here.
It's all my boat, though.
Well, yes, but really it's the commons boat now because, well, finders keepers, losers sweepers.
So, what do you plan on doing with us?
It rhymes with press ganged. It is press ganged.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I mean,
I can you want me to do the diplomacy thing again?
Well, I can. I was letting someone else talk. I didn't want to control the whole situation.
That's cool.
What we're going to do here is we're going to work together. If you don't want to work together, well, there's a lot of fine, short walks long walks off a short pier around.
And who knows where you're going to go if we dump you off the corner of this place, edge of this place.
I mean, we don't even know where. Yeah, as he said.
We don't know how far down the void goes.
So you're taking my ship, and now you expect me to work for you.
Work with us.
Yeah. Work with us.
We can work.
Beneficial.
I mean, you can run the ship. I mean, if you want to, this can still be your ship. We're not going to affect ownership over it. We're just going to be using it along with you.
Yeah, I was going to ask how many
because that's been scent marked by an alligator.
I mean, look down there. We have a fresh crew of slightly taller people than gnomes. I mean, we do apologize, but you were kind of leaving us no choice.
We're starving. What do you expect?
They have food, but we check your storage. You have a good amount.
For a few weeks, yes, but after that.
Well, here we haven't. We acquired a week or two for the whole of us from here, and if we can keep going, hitting port to port and finding out what's what and where is where, and hopefully we'll find a large enough land to deposit said peasant farmers we have just acquired and maybe set up a home base. We have a plan.
Not to mention the fact that we've just done wonders for your supply situation by butchering your crew.
Well, we've removed smaller people who probably took less food, and we just added larger people who have their own supply, but probably require more to eat.
So,
I mean, I understand the situation. I'm trying to make good best of this whole chicanery here. I mean, we had to fight a dragon the first time we got here. A white one. I was paralyzed with fear.
Basically, there are 4 ways this can go. You can either work with us, keep control of your ship, and everything goes fine. You can sort of work with us, teach us how to use the ship, and then get off at the next port. You can resist, and that won't end well for you. Or you can teach us how to use the ship, get marooned with some supplies on the village you just tried to set on fire, and we'll sail into the distance, and you can take your chances that the next landmass you bump into won't have a dragon on it. Those are basically the 4 choices.
Dragon, orcs, there may be sentient fungal creatures out there that will, make you into a spore monster. We don't know.
Yes, that seems to be the problem. We've run into a couple of people since we've been here. Everyone seems to have come from somewhere different. There's no logic or reason to this world. It's like all of creation is being rammed together randomly.
Your chances of surviving that will be much improved if you decide to stay on the airship.
Yes, I know that. My chances of surviving if I disagree with you are 0. So, at least working with you, I have chance of survival. And of course, the chance of killing you at some point. If I,
Look, if you want, you can have the chance when we actually set up a survivable situation and a survivable civilization here, alright?
Okay, I agree.
But you got 2 crewmen left and yourself. And these people sure as hell ain't going to help you. These people ain't going to help you, and we're,
Well, we could talk them around. We could probably, if you have another, grand alteration
when he asks what Gnomeblight is, I'm just going to come around the corner as the alligator with my stomach ticking.
Okay.
Well, we can always
he was my brother-in-law.
Was he your liked brother-in-law? Because the thing is also that if he was your liked brother-in-law, we can store him on the cargo holds. Probably find a priest that can probably resurrect him.
I do have a ritual that quintuples the time that bodies can be preserved before they can be resurrected.
Well, I'm not that bothered. I mean, what are the chances I'm going to run into my wife again?
Well, here possibly when we're here, possibly infinite. Who knows? They may have creation of all dimensional types may be coming here point by point by point, but a one grand collapse.
The way I would look at it is, If she's the person you would least like to see over the coming months, we're going to run into her at some point over the coming months.
Well, we misunderstand. Avalon doesn't take you where you want to go. It takes you where you need to be.
What?
Huh?
Gargoyles. You guys don't remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Gargoyles was awesome.
I remember.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I never saw
Let's
that
hope.
show.
Let's hope it's well. I kind of hope it was an Avalon situation, but nah.
I just hope we don't end up against Xanatos.
Oh god,
That
yeah.
would be bad.
Here's the major problem with that. Is Gray clever enough to play Xanatos?
I wish to distance myself from the man insulting the intelligence of the GM.
No, is anyone truly clever enough to play Xanatos? Really?
Xanatos Gambit. That's a bit much. Even
No, Xanatos Gambits in Xanatos Roulettes plus Xanatos everything else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Moving on from the insult.
I'm sorry, man.
Before I forget,
Nah, it's okay.
this may be a bad time to ask. Do we get experience for any of this?
Yep. You're all owed 214 experience.
What
so
about
that
me?
takes us to 314.
Yes.
Yep. I added the. I don't want to split level people, so I added your experience on last week.
Thanks. We'll just say it was all internal conflict of dealing with the color white.
Yeah. No, nothing to do with the fact you had to clean your britches out.
Nothing at all.
For level 1, it's expected that you take a bit of time for you to get into the situation.
So, is this ship appear to be being pulled in any direction, or is it just kind of loosely on the anchor? If we were to let go of the anchor, what would happen? Or pull the anchor
It's
up?
being pulled kind of forward from the direction it's facing.
Well, I thought we established, when we all went up on top of the cliff after killing the dragon, that these islands do have, a wind source, but it's internal to the own island.
Yeah, and this is actually, it's not on this map, but I'm going to say it's got, its own little engine. It's a gnome ship, so it's got, up in the visual part, it's got its own engine. So it's got some form of power.
Yeah.
Will
it be enough for, escape velocity, I assume?
From the island, yeah.
Well, the islands are not really inflicting a gravitational force any greater than the actual, than their actual normal 1G. So if this was supposed to negate gravity originally, it'll do that still. I mean, unless you're going to go past. Well, go ahead.
The question is, do we want to take off, or do we want to stay on this landmass until it hits something else and use our greater mobility in the airship to be at an advantage?
Well, we've got 3 weeks of supply, and it took us 5 days last time.
So whatever is fastest.
Yeah, pretty much.
And that also includes, anything happening in the time of, us getting everything making ready.
Plus, we're going to have to spend a lot of the time preventing zany antics from happening when the gnomes and the human crew mix. And by zany antics, I mean murder.
Yeah.
All right. Do we have to do a diplomacy check to fix that, or no? To get them work together?
I think they'll decide they'll pull along as long as they don't
in fairness, the humans are a great insurance policy against the gnomes backstabbing us.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean,
because they're outnumbered 3-1 by people a lot bigger than them, and they don't have any weapons anymore.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So.
And a dinosaur.
Rawr, I'm a dinosaur.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Well, I'm voting we just cast off then.
I'm saying that this part of landmass is.
Let's get somebody perceptive on the bow and in the crow's nest. We already got somebody up in the crow's nest, right?
No, I came down. I was just checking checking how far off I can see.
I can take the crow's nest. I'm perceptive.
Yep. Halfling on the prow.
Right.
I'll take second shift on the crow's nest if you want.
I am possibly one of the least perceptive people here, so
I've got a +11, so I'll spend what time I can up on the bow looking.
Well, here's the question:
How many
Who
like
here-
binoculars and stuff do we have? Do we have like a set of binoculars in the captain's cabin or something?
Yeah, you'll have 2 or 3 sets.
And don't worry, guys, I'm going to be chef. Dwarvish gruel all around.
It's both
It's a good thing
nutritious
I don't eat.
and filling.
Yay!
Unfortunately, it's not tasty.
Hey, I know like 50. I know like 3 different ways to cook rats. Okay.
As long as
Verify
they all
it.
include ketchup.
Yeah, include ketchup. Yes.
I've got enough gym lad that lasts me at least 2 weeks, so I'm good for now.
I can't believe it's not butter.
Don't believe it's not real pirate.
Yep.
I can't believe it's not brother-in-law.
Okay, so you're casting off and leaving this island behind?
Yeah, the island seems to
Yep.
have been
Before we do, can we draw up a chart? Like, can we figure out which direction the island's moving and sort of factor in a rough vector arrow for it? Because it has A, a village, B, a fortified cave, and C, a mountain. This would make an awesome lair once we get a sustainable food source.
Right, so I'm just going to share something with you.
It's okay, Gray, let it out.
I want you to call me Loretta.
I'm not seeing.
Well, I
I'm not
am a
seeing
woman.
anything.
It's blank.
Yes.
Okay.
This
I'm
is
just making sure.
everything you know about the world.
Yeah. Pretty much. You can draw on this. This is your map.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Right. So can we determine from the airship, given that we're now moving independently of the world we're over,
Yep.
can we determine the velocity and the vector of Burnt Village McDragon Cave?
Yeah, it's kind of moving in this direction.
And the captain came from another landmass. Can he roughly kind of put where that was?
That was about here, heading about there.
So
Oh,
it would
good,
have
they're
been the
heading
next
towards
each other.
landmass to hit it, presumably.
Sorry?
Did he leave any stone standing on top of any stone on that landmass?
No. It's pretty much killed everyone there. Well, there was only a few people.
Right.
It's
So
Basically,
the
yeah,
last
it's more
time
like
we
you,
hit a
it's more
landmass
like
that was bigger than us, we continued in the same direction that bigger landmass was travelling.
Yes.
So presumably, even if it hits that smaller landmass, it'll still continue travelling in the same direction. If that makes sense.
That makes sense to the dinosaur.
Well, my presumption would be that these things are moving in the direction of the next biggest thing. So I would suggest that we head in that direction just faster and
Yes.
get to that next biggest thing before the thing we're riding hits it.
So essentially, we're looking for, like, we believe that because this is heading this way and this is heading this way, somewhere in this area is a bigger landmass that's drawing both of these two things in.
That makes
Yes.
sense.
Yes.
Mhm. All right.
Let's go that way.
Let's go that way.
Okay. So, I'm just going to shut that down. You
And
start
can the captain give us some like help with the ship, like so we can have some basic competence?
He's manning the ship. He's the guy who's telling people what to do.
Yeah.
Well, here's the question: is the captain also a commander of the ship? Like, does he know how to is he master and commander?
Yeah.
I presume the easiest thing to do would be to treat him as a coxswain, as in he has no official command rank, but he has charge over the boat while it's moving.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
I
So
believe coxswain is the correct rank for that. Well, the correct term for that.
Only
That's
a-
only if it's a small boat. For a larger boat, it would be a bosun. Or for a ship, it would be a bosun.
So he's now
there we go.
captain. No, he's now Captain Bosun Gnomeblight.
Chief Bosun. Let's let him be Chief Bosun.
Chief
Yeah.
Bosun Gnomeblight.
In
If anyone
fairness,
else,
bosun isn't technically a rank. You can be a captain and a bosun.
okay. So he's He's Captain Bosun.
Captain Chief
Gnomeblight.
Bosun.
Gnomeblight.
Captain Chief Bozo Gnomeblight, right?
We'll just
Good
call
luck
him Bozo.
fitting that onto the character sheet.
Just keep burying him under all his names.
I don't know if I have a maximum character limit on this.
Well, time to find out.
Yes.
We're going to have to make the name badge exceptionally small font. Hello, my name is Captain Chief Bosun Gnomeblight, and I am happy to serve. With a little smiley face underneath.
Except I can't spell chief, apparently. No, apparently that's all acceptable.
Yeah.
Can we make it former Captain Chief Bosun Gnomeblight then?
Yep.
Well, no, wait. Just put former Captain colon
Nope.
Chief Captain Gnomeblight. All right, what are the two other crossbowmen called?
Wait,
The former
I'm sorry,
the-
we forgot part of the name. It's former Captain Chief Bosun Gnomeblight, Scourge of the Seven Skies.
I'm not putting that on.
No, he was probably the problem was he was probably making it up as he went because like he didn't know how many like skies there were here or something, so it came out a bit flat.
Are we now officially Void Pirates?
It's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah.
We're now void explorators.
We gotta
Yes.
go pirate some shit first. Then we'll be
This
fine.
is turning more into the Rogue Trader campaign than I expected, but yeah.
Why did you think giving us an airship would end any other way?
I expected to kill everyone and have a useless airship.
Well, but then you have me, who I don't really kill, that many named NPCs.
Okay, never name another NPC.
If they don't have a name, fuck them.
Fuck 'em.
Do you have a name? No. Boom.
So,
Anybody else here not have a
Duke
name?
number 3, leader of the realms of Frenzia.
Pretty much.
I am taking up the title Rear Admiral.
I'm taking up the title of Front Admiral.
Who's made Admiral?
Well, this
I would
is
say
actually
the title
technically
Coxswain.
well, this is technically different than the Road Trader campaign because we're not actually looking for profit or anything like that. We're trying to find. It's currently survival time.
Yes.
Yeah,
we're
I'm not
void
that worried,
explorers
don't
rather than pirates.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're looking for food instead of profit factor.
Ooh, so we're gonna have Munchie Factor.
Money.
Well, currently, like
Although we
I
did
would
find 200 gold, so
Well, the problem with
Damn,
gold
I was
is that
hoping you forgot that.
the problem
Nope.
with the gold is
So
that we
that's-
currently don't have an economy to use it in.
Yes.
Natural 20, I'm remembering the gold.
So unless it's very tasty gold,
Yeah.
right now,
Currently, food is the major time of bother.
but it's still 30 for 6 of us and 20 for one of us. Dibs not being the 20.
I'm gonna pass like half my share along to Gnomeblight.
Right. What is the share any for 200 gold?
It splits 36 ways and 20 for one. Or we can get down slightly.
Unless we want to do it by naval standards.
How much did we get from the dragon? 200 again from that too?
If we did
Yep.
by naval standards, I think I currently get the most. Since I'm the
Doing
Rear
by naval
Admiral.
standards, I will fashion myself the fanciest hat.
oh god.
I already
sure
have
it
the
wasn't
fanciest hat. And a monocle.
Yes,
Oh god.
because that is clearly how naval payments
Yeah.
work. The person with the fancy.
Or you guys
Uh,
make me the cat. You guys make me in charge, or I sing "Poor Little Buttercup."
It doesn't matter, I still
Well-
have the highest rank. Rear Admiral outranks Captain.
Well, here's the thing: is that for our mercenary party, originally for our mercenary group, we have positions in that, like who was purser, who was forward guard, and so forth.
Surely
That's
we
a
should
bit
have come up with
organised for
that
this.
when we were trying to work out the watch shifts.
Yeah. It's gotten a little bit out of hand.
2 days of bickering later.
I'm just
Yeah,
playing the
that's us.
music. I'm a
So until I pass this clock, can I literally take a watch shift?
You take a watch shit.
Oh, shit.
Uh-huh.
Right.
When I pass that, I'm going to clean it up and give it to the gnome captain as a memento of Jim Ladd. I feel
As a
kinda-
memento of the time they spent together.
Make me
Yes.
a constitution test.
Oh, right.
Constitution, I have that in good amounts.
You just double click on my
Is
con
this
here.
all of us?
No,
or-
just Gator.
You want
Hey.
to double-click on your con mod. Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, the clock isn't really passing.
Does anybody got a
Heal
heal?
check.
Anybody know anything about
I
Is
can always...
time passing too slowly for you?
Yes.
I
Heal
always-
check.
Yeah.
I give him a laxative or a
Yeah.
fashion one.
Yeah, that'll clear it out.
I'm also assuming we'll have had enough time pass where we've healed wounds and got surges back, so I could just spend one to get the clock out of him.
Yeah, I'll give everyone a long rest now. Extended rest.
We have a couple of days. I mean,
Yeah.
I presume we're sleeping in shifts just so former Captain Chief Bosun Gnomeblight doesn't slit our throats in the night.
Pretty
or
important.
or more importantly, that we don't run aground of any ground that may come out of the draw distance unexpectedly.
Sure.
Or we may have to deal with actual indigenous floating creatures of the of this void, if there are any. I mean, there are out there free floating creatures that do use that basically float.
Sure.
Sorry,
So,
I'm being too.
yeah, no. Horrible creatures of the void is something of, main worry. After about
Seriously
2 days,
becoming more like Road Trader every session. Travelling between planets, watch out for void creatures.
I didn't call it the void. You lot started calling it the void.
Well, what are you
Yes,
going
you
to
did.
call?
You called the session Punishes
What else
of the
are we gonna
Void.
call-
Only after you lot started calling it the void in the first session.
What else would we call it?
I don't know.
Great. So around level
It's a purple
15,
emptiness.
around level 15, we're probably going to run into our into the Rogue Trader group as the final session.
Right, so after you finally actually see something moving out there. So if I
Yay.
put this on your map, it's actually about here. You think, anyway. And from a distance, it looks a bit like this.
Be wary of anything that's prepared.
Well, Gray is not a person I would think would not be prepared.
We fly right around it, so whatever time you spend on this is completely wasted.
All right. Is this a building? Oh, yeah,
It looks like a casino with a dock.
Yeah.
Now, it's kind of like a hut with a dock,
Yes.
but only a little
hut
bit of
with a
sea.
dock. All
Well,
right.
we could land in the water.
Does anyone here have Arcana to Auspex it?
What?
I have
Kidding. I'm kidding.
5, but it's not enough for anything.
All right.
Whereabouts are we
I have-
now in relation to the map? Sorry. Like in relation to the question mark thing.
Question mark? You're like halfway along. I'm gonna have to have a ship token, aren't I?
Well, you could just indicate an area. Like the best thing to do for the ship token is to put down the anchor. Like
yeah.
for currently, I mean, at least.
Aspect.
Bit small.
I was going to say, what scale are we going for here?
This is all kind of,
Square scale.
yeah. There's no real scale to this. You're just drawing on a map. So those of you
This
writing
is-
Our intrepid adventure as drawn by an 8-year-old.
Here be dragons.
Here were dragons.
yeah, you killed them.
And Gator is drawing, the little serpents that
Did you
They're
really
on
say the
no
little
book map.
serpentis?
serpents, not serpentis.
I'm a dragonborn, not a dragon. There is a slight difference. I don't go around breathing ice just yet.
Anyway,
Only soon enough.
so it's a small house, one-story shack, surrounded by what looks like swampland, with a piece
Gator
of
will be
water.
at home.